Many things are happening. The Democrats are claiming that the end of the republic is upon us. Why? Because President Trump wants a parade, with shiny things and toys and tanks and such. It's going to be awesome. Democrats are very upset about it. However, they say it's the end of the republic. However, if we're going to talk about the end of the republic and the destruction of governmental norms, I have a few notes on that. First, the Democrats are very, very upset. Chuck Schumer, sounding off, Senate Minority Leader, he says that our government is becoming degraded. Republicans are silent about Trump. They won't speak up about Trump, and it's degrading our republic. Our republic is just falling apart at the seams. Here is Chuck Schumer.
For partisan reasons, the president and his allies in Congress are systematically trying to weaken America's faith in the rule of law. And to a large extent, sadly, the leaders of the Republican Party have been silent. We desperately need more of our Republican friends to stand up and speak out, particularly the Republican leadership, because their silence is rapidly becoming complicity in the denigration of our republic.
So as you know from this show, one of the things I hate most in politics is the sincere voice, where everybody goes down real low, like they mean it. And that's what you get from Chuck Schumer. It's a pretty good indicator the person's lying to you when they go to sincere voice. Now, if your spouse ever was talking to you and they said, honey, I really took out the garbage, you can be guaranteed that the garbage never was taken out. It never happened. So these politicians are lying to you, but the Democrats are saying that the Republicans are destroying governmental norms. What was the big norm that was destroyed yesterday by President Trump? The big norm that was destroyed yesterday by President Trump is that Trump says he wants a military parade. So according to CNN.com, he has asked the military for a parade, and the Pentagon is reviewing potential dates. So the White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she said in a statement, Trump had asked the Defense Department to explore the idea. She says President Trump is incredibly supportive of America's great service members who risk their lives every day to keep our country safe. He has asked the Department of Defense to explore a celebration at which all Americans can show their appreciation. And the Washington Post reported last month that Trump wanted a military parade. Apparently, he visited France, and he really liked the Bastille Day military parade. He said last September in a conversation with the president of France, Macron, that when he came back from France, he wanted a military parade on the 4th of July in Washington. There are a lot of people who are looking at this and saying, well, why do we need a military parade? I mean, number one, it costs a lot of money. Number two, the idea of tanks rolling down American civilian streets when we haven't just won a war, we're not actually celebrating anything, or not on Memorial Day or not on Veterans Day, is kind of weird. Like to just randomly do a military parade in the middle of Washington, D.C. so that Trump can stand there and look over the troops that he commands seems kind of not an American thing. Like the last military parade we had in the United States was 1991. That was after the Gulf War, after we won the Gulf War, and George H.W. Bush had a military parade so we could celebrate the returning service members. We had a couple back in the 1960s. We had one under JFK. There's one under FDR, which is really creepy because there's actually like a giant head of FDR, like a giant bust of FDR that was in the parade. It's all real weird. Look, is it something that I love the idea? I don't love the idea of this. And I love the idea of honoring the military. That's why we have 2 days honoring both the fallen members of the military and the members who have served, right? We have Veterans Day, we have Memorial Day. And we should all take time out and we should pay homage to the military. That's something that we should do on a regular basis. But the idea that Trump wants his military parade so he can stand there and look over it, I find kind of weird. Again, appreciation for the military is one thing. Trump wanting to imitate France because look at all the pretty jets seems to me a little bit weird as well. Is it, however, the end of the world? Is it something where you look at it and you go, this is destroying the fabric of the republic? No. Is it a waste of time and money? I kind of think so. Is it something where, we actually need to do it? Is it something that Trump is doing for his own personal gratification? Kinda. But is it the end of the republic as we know it? No, but it doesn't matter. The Democrats naturally are going crazy because they'll go crazy over anything. Representative Jackie Speier from California, she says that Donald Trump is clearly like Napoleon.
Always be showing. He's truly Napoleon-like.
Okay, come on. Just silly talk.